Hello everyone and welcome to today's campus tour of our Greenwich main campus, which is situated right next to the River Thames. This is our main campus. As you can see, these are stunning World Heritage buildings which were designed by Sir Christopher Wren, who is also the main architect of St Paul's Cathedral. My name's Luna and I'm an events management student, so I'm part of the business school. And yeah, just have a look around at our stunning buildings here. Can you imagine a better place to have your graduation photos taken? So here we are outside the Dreadnought building, which is our main student hub and student building. And to my right here is the lower deck, which is our student bar and restaurant space. Here are the spaces where you can hang out in between lectures. We have two cafes here, and we have the galley where you can enjoy hot food and also another coffee shop. As you can see, it's a beautiful, newly refurbished space. We have our student support services here to my left and the Galley Cafe to my right. We also have IT spaces upstairs and a huge amount of study spaces where you can just meet up with your friends after lectures or do group work together. Where we are here is the lower ground floor of the Dreadnought building, the student gym, so where you can exercise in your free time or in between lectures. Greenwich Town Centre offers many opportunities for life outside of university, with an abundance of bars and restaurants and other spaces to hang out after your lectures. We also have several transport links to London, the shortest being a 10-minute train journey to central London, but you could also cycle or take the boat. And we have our student halls here, 5 minutes away from the university, right in the heart of Greenwich. The University of Greenwich also offers students with amazing part-time work opportunities such as the Student Ambassador Scheme, where you can work flexibly around your study times. This building here, the Cooper building, also allows students who would like to start their own businesses with all the support they need. Being home to such amazing historical sites here, the University of Greenwich is also surrounded by rich cultural heritage, such as the Painted Hall here. Let's have a look inside. This is Greenwich Market, where you can grab food, items, souvenirs and handmade crafts from all around the world for affordable prices to suit your student budget.
Hi everyone, you just saw that lovely video of the University of Greenwich. My name's Helen McCormack and I'm the International Recruitment Manager for the university, and I've been working there for a number of years. I have the great pleasure of being with In Global today in their office to talk things all Greenwich and give them lots of updates. That video you just saw was of the University of Greenwich, but we have actually 3 different campuses. We have Greenwich, Avery Hill and Medway. Greenwich and Avery Hill is in London, and Medway is of their campus is in Medway in Kent, so about an hour from London. We have 4 faculties. We have the Faculty of Business, FLAS, which is our Faculty of Liberal Arts, plus our Engineering and Science, which is based at Medway, and our Education and Health, which is between our Avery Hill and Greenwich campus. So we have lots and lots of programs to choose from, over 300. So there's something for everyone, which I absolutely love. So whether you're interested in engineering, business, computing, global public health, education, there's something for everyone. So if you want to find more information, go to the website, www.gre.ac.uk, or even come to In Global, and they will be able to talk through what options are available to you. One of the things, I think that if you go online and have a look, the University of Greenwich itself is on a beautiful campus, which you would have seen just in the video. It's on a World Heritage Site, just 10 minutes from central London. London has been voted one of the best cities for student studying, and it's such an opportunity for you to see so much culture, different nationalities, but a great place to live and study. So please come and speak to InGlobal, and they will always go through everything with you, go through entry requirements from undergrad to postgrad, and what opportunities there are for you. With all our applications, we ask for academic transcripts, English requirements, SOP, so a statement of purpose, and if your postgrad CV. With all that information that you have, all your academic documents, go and speak to InGlobal and they will submit the application for you. You don't have to lift a finger. They will do all the hard work for you. They will submit the application, and we aim to have a turnaround time, so an offer within, say, 2 to 3, 4 days, maybe. Maximum would be 10 days. So we try and get that fast application, try and get that offer out to you as soon as possible. So again, as I said, go to InGlobal, they will do all the work for you, and they will help you through the process from application to offer, to help with deposits, and then also with your CAS and visa application. The tuition fees for the University of Greenwich, all our undergraduates, is £17,000, and that's per year. So in the UK, our undergraduate programs are 3 years. For postgraduate, it's a 1 year, and the fees are between £17,000 to £18,000. We also have placement opportunities at postgraduate. So these are 2-year programs, 1 year study, 1 year work placement. Very popular with our international students, because it gives them opportunities to work in a placement, get industrial support, and get really hands-on experience, and also helps you maybe get those potential jobs afterwards, and definitely helps your CVs, whether you're going to plan to stay in the UK and do your graduate route visa or come back to Bangladesh and do that. So there is lots of options, and those postgraduate options is 21,000. That covers both years. So as I said, 1 year study, 1 year work placement, and there's support both within our Faculty of Business and Engineering and Science that will support you in trying to find a work placement. So lots of opportunities. But again, go on our website and have a look. We've definitely seen there's a real interest in placements. So the ones within business is MBA Finance, MBA Marketing, and MBA Global. So these are quite unique. We don't require any work experience, and you can just do, as I said, 1 year study, 1 year work placement. Because they've been so popular within our Faculty of Business, we've now done that for Engineering and Science. So nearly all our postgraduate programs in Engineering and Science now have a placement industrial practice opportunity, so you can go and do and learn a bit more and get that hands-on experience, which is so vital in this market and current market. So a key thing, definitely we do have scholarships available, and we have International Scholarship Award that you can apply for once you have an offer. So I would definitely recommend that you come to InGlobal, submit your application and get an offer as soon as possible. That then allows you to apply for the International Scholarship Award that can between 1,000 and up to 5,000. So you have to apply for that. It's not unfortunately automatic, but you can apply for that once you have an offer. So then once you have your scholarship, hopefully, and you have your offer, you then have to pay a deposit to secure your place. And then once you have that, we can start the CAS process. Again, InGlobal will help you through that process. They're in contact. I've been working with them a number of years and feel confident that they will support you in that. As I said, once you have that, you have also accommodation opportunities. So there's accommodation on all 3 of our campuses, Greenwich, Avery Hill and Medway. All have brilliant facilities with student unions, bars, gyms, all close to where you'll be studying. Specifically, our Greenwich campus is all within 10 minutes walking distance. Avery Hill is actually on campus, and as well as Medway, accommodation is on campus. But as I said, it will depend what you're studying and where you're going to, where you would then look at accommodation. But again, for those that don't have any friends or family in the UK, I always recommend students for their first year at least, try and look for accommodation online. And it is the second cheapest in London. So something that we're very proud at Greenwich, that we haven't increased the prices for accommodation. So we're making sure that we are keeping in touch with everyone, making sure that the fees and prices are available to students. We have an April intake as well. So if you are looking to come to the UK to study, April intake is MA International Business and MBA International Business. So these are the two options for April. So again, I would recommend, if you are interested in coming to the UK to study in April, come to Global straight away and you can submit your application. We've got a question, study gaps, acceptance for PG. So at the University of Greenwich, you can have a study gap from undergrad to postgrad of 5 years. Now, within Bangladesh, I know there is controversial between when you finish your degree and when you get your certificate. It is actually when you graduated, not when you received your certificate, and that is a 5-year role. We are slightly flexible, but the maximum study gap is 5 years. So this, again, Ian Global will be able to go through everything with you, and they will be able to do that. And that is key. They will go through the whole process, entry requirements, tuition fees, scholarship opportunities, as they're constantly in contact with me on a daily basis. So again, I'm always here on hand to help with them. As I said, the April intake, but again, we are open for September, and this is the main intake. So a lot of students you can apply for now and get that offer. I would make sure you come and get your application in and offer as soon as possible, because that does allow you plenty of time to apply for scholarships, to pay the deposit, and also make sure that you get your visa application in. We don't want you to be delayed at any point. So you want to make sure that you're ready. You can apply for your CAS. So for those who don't know, every international student requires a CAS number, confirmation acceptance statement, in order to apply for their visa. So you can apply for that 6 months before your program starts. So again, get those applications in, and then you can start the CAS process as soon as possible. We don't have a date in yet for the last acceptance date for applications for September. Again, I would aim to try get in between June at the latest, July, even at the latest as well, trying to get those applications in as soon as possible to allow yourself lots of opportunities to look at accommodation, where you're going to be studying, and learn about the university that you plan to study at. So yeah, that would be me. So how long will it take to get your CAS once all requirements are met? So if you pay the deposit, which currently is £3,000, and then you have an unconditional offer, you will start the CAS process. You will then have to do a compliance interview. It's just a face-to-face video interview like this, questions, and you'll be answering them. Once you pass that, you will then have to pay 50% of the tuition fees. And then once we have that, we get the 50% of the tuition fees within 5 days. So it is all down to yourselves and how you interact with our CAS process, but it shouldn't take that long. We try and get everything moving as quickly as possible, and by using what's called Cash Shield with the university, it definitely makes for a much smoother process for the CASs. But as I said, the University of Greenwich has so many options for you to choose from within the business, computing, law, architecture, engineering. So again, go on to the course. They do offer, as I said, lots of opportunities to choose from. Placement opportunities as well for students are a great opportunity, as I said, for industrial practice. We have students actually in our office on placement years. So there's lots of options. So for undergraduate students, there's placement opportunities between years 2 and 3. There's what's called sandwich years. So nearly majority of our undergraduate programs offer this option. So you can apply for this when you do, and your visa will be for 4 years rather than 3 years. So it's a brilliant opportunity for students to get day-to-day experience and working in placements and in the company itself. So that is for undergraduate. And then, as I said, for postgraduate, we have two faculties, currently business and engineering and science, which offer those opportunities for students. And that is a placement year, 1 year study, 1 year work experience. As I said, for our postgrad, we don't require any work experience. So again, it is a unique option for students at the Greenwich, because a lot of your other universities, you have to have work experience to do an MBA, for example. But for us, because you're getting your work experience on that placement year, we don't require it at application. Just to go over, we have 3 beautiful campuses at Greenwich. We have Greenwich itself, which is 10 minutes from central London, so a beautiful campus on the River Thames. You would have seen it in the video earlier, and I would recommend having a look at lots of YouTube videos and the website. That is home to our School of Business, Liberal Arts, which includes architecture and law and computing. Then we have Avery Hill, which again is still in London, but 20 minutes from Greenwich campus, and that is home to a lot of our education and health. And then Medway is an hour from London, and that is in Kent, and that is home to our engineering and science. So again, what you will study will depend where you study. So lots of options. I think the key programs that we definitely find from students from within Bangladesh is our MBA, because it is so unique, engineering, management, civil engineering, data science, computing has become so popular. So again, we have so many options within that field. Global public health, I think after the pandemic, global public health has become really key, getting that experience within the health service. So lots of opportunities. Law, for example, is another great opportunity for students to study. But as I said, there's over 300 different programs to choose from. Those were just some of the highlights that I think you may be interested in, but go onto the website and you can definitely have a look at more closely at what the modules are as well. I think that's really important. So once you go and speak to on the website or go through it within Global, so you can choose the course, go in, look at the modules. It will also tell you whether it's going to be exam work, tests, coursework, or group work. So that will really give you an idea of what you will need. For IELTS requirements, for undergraduate, we require an IELTS 6 overall with a minimum 5.5 in each skill. There are alternatives that we do accept, but again, go to the University of Greenwich, go to InGlobal and they go through. For PG students, we ask for an overall 6.5 IELTS with a minimum 5.5. There are some exceptions that we do ask for maybe an IELTS 7, so that is another opportunity. This January, we had a really good opportunity that we are now offering adult nursing to students. We've never offered nursing to our overseas markets, so you can now apply for that. You would do that again with the support of InGlobal. They would go over everything with you. So again, that's a unique opportunity. We've never done that. A lot of our PGCE in secondary education is now also available, which we haven't had available to our overseas students before. So there's lots of opportunities. But going back to English requirements, there are alternatives, so Pearson's, TOEFL, language cert, Holmes. So lots of ones that we do. We don't accept all English requirements. So again, check the website and go on to or come and speak to InGlobal. They have all the information for you. But there are alternatives compared to just IELTS to give you options. We currently don't offer airport pickups for students that are coming to study. However, what we tend to do is have someone from the university at our main airport within the UK, which would be Heathrow, which a lot of our students will be flying into, and they will point students in the right direction, making sure they get on the trains, because unfortunately, I love the train systems in the UK. It's a lot easier to get round, and it's a lot quicker. It's not like DACA traffic, I would have to say, in the UK, but there is traffic. But again, the public transport, the buses, the trains is so easy to use. And the Heathrow Express is a brilliant opportunity for students to travel to the Greenwich campus or around if you're staying with family or friends. I think it would be best when you are looking at the university, look at Google Maps and see where you're planning to study, and where your campus will be, where you plan to live, just to get you an idea of what's around the area and how close you are and how you're going to get onto campus, because that is really key, that you are aware of that. So as I said, PGCE is new for us as a university, so it is very new. We're looking, but you will need alternatives to the English, Maths and Science GCSE in the UK that we will be accepting. But again, it's very new, so we don't know just yet how it looks. But again, watch this space, and we will be talking and updating in Global as soon as we know. And that's what I just want. The key message is, if you are interested in studying in the UK, especially in London, I would definitely recommend coming to visit Ian Global or coming to the fairs. There will be one in April, for example, to come and talk to the counsellors to get an idea of what it would be like to do that. They will help you again through all the application journey. So going through all your documents that you require. If you need anything else, they will help you. And then they will get you that offer. As I said, an offer at Greenwich is very quick. We do aim for about 2 to 3 days for the majority of our programs. And then they will then help you with paying the deposit, which is required for the university, and then help you through that visa and CAS process. We're very lucky at Greenwich. We have 3 intakes. We have September, as I said, is the main intake. Then we have a lot of our postgraduate programs running in January, with one currently option of BA Business Management. And then we also have our April intake, which will just be coming up. And as I said, that is currently just for MA and MBA International Business. So again, there's lots of opportunities for students to study at Greenwich. With regards to entry requirements for undergrad and postgrad, they do vary per course, but a lot of them are very similar. So again, go on to our website, go into In Global, and they will tell you. But just because we look at both academic and compliance side of things, and academic is, you may be brilliant at the academic, but we do have to check compliance side of things, and that includes study gaps, for example. So from your high school to undergrad, we only allow for a study gap of 2 years currently. And if you are going from undergraduate to masters, the maximum study gap is around 5 years. So unfortunately, if your study gap is 10 years or 8 years, we wouldn't be able to make you an offer at the University of Greenwich, but we would definitely have a look at alternatives for you. So the gap, as I said, for PG students is 5 years. So we've just increased that. It used to be, I think, 3 years. So we've just now increased that to 5 years. So again, if you're unsure of anything, come and speak to In Global, the counsellors, and they will go through everything with you. But it is a really good opportunity to find out more, because they know University of Greenwich so well. As I said, they've been working with us for a number of years, and I personally have been working with them myself. So they know a lot about the university and will help you any step of the way. But yeah, I would definitely go and have a look at the website. Greenwich itself is on a World Heritage Site and a beautiful campus. I was personally I'm an alumni of the University of Greenwich as well, so I can talk from personal experience of how unique and how lucky I was to be able to study there. The program leaders are very helpful, hands-on, that they will be able to help you throughout that process of getting your degree. When in doubt, always ask for support and help. There is something there for everyone. Student unions are there to support our students, and we have a Bangladeshi society. So there is a lot of students' activities going on. But also, you probably recognise the university itself. It is a beautiful campus, and it is a lot of entry and it is obviously because it's so beautiful, it's used within a lot of Hollywood films. So Thor, Sherlock Holmes, Pirates of the Caribbean. So lots of opportunities for you. Academic entry requirements for PGCE. For PG. Now that's a one that I don't know off the top of my head now. But again, go to InGlobal and you'll be able to find that out, or go onto our country page on the University of Greenwich website and they will go through it. I think the GPA is 2.75. But again, don't quote me on that. I will double check for you and we can put that on the website and everything for you. So again, lots of opportunities for you. As I said, so many options to choose from at the University of Greenwich. So please go on the website, have a look and see what interests you. Again, they will vary per university. So I would definitely have a look, go through everything, make sure you're fully aware of what's available to you, because there's so much more, especially when you're a student at the university. So once you're on campus, there's career fairs that you can go to and anything like that. We want you to succeed, build a community. We're a very international universities with students from over 140 different countries. So again, you're not just getting the English experience, you're meeting students from other cultures, nationalities, and learning from them, which is so important. Building that connection, building up your network for future endeavours. So again, having that opportunity is so unique and so rewarding as well. And that's what I think University of Greenwich is so good at, is having that community for our students, that they can go and achieve success both in the university but also afterwards. Our alumni is so huge and all across the world, and it's so lovely to hear what students are doing after their studies, because it isn't just about your studies at the university, it's what you do afterwards with the use of your degrees and masters. So yeah, lots of opportunities, but to find out more, please come and speak to the counsellors at InGlobal, and they will be more than happy to help you in every step of the journey to get you onto coming to the University of Greenwich and coming to study in the UK, because I think it is such a unique opportunity and something really positive that you can do. But if there's any questions, so there's only the 2 courses for the April intake: MA International Business and MBA International Business. The deadline will be soon, I think at the end of this month, that you need to make sure that you have applied and paid the deposit. The deposit is $3,000 to secure your place. So you would need to do that and make sure you have plenty of time to get your visa. IELTS minimum requirement for LLM is 6.5 with a minimum 5.5 in each skill. So again, we do accept alternatives, but again, go onto our website. They will give you the whole list: TOEFL, Pearson, language at homes. So lots of options for you to choose from. Any other questions? So as I said, scholarship opportunities, there are opportunities for a scholarship. You can only apply for these once you have an offer. So again, make sure you get that application in soon so we can give you an offer. It's called the International Scholarship Award. The maximum is up to 5,000. How you apply for that? You apply for that once you have an offer. It's answering a few questions about yourself, but we look at your overall GPA, what course you're going on to, what university or school you've come from. So we look at the whole application. So again, I would recommend that you apply for that. We do require a deposit from all our students, international students that require a CAS, as I said, and that is £3,000 to secure your place, and we ask that for all our students. So we can definitely then start the CAS process. Some markets, unfortunately, we do ask for 50% of tuition fees. And that is just because we know the delays of getting the money out and making sure that there's a smoother transition at registration, because we do ask for 50% of our tuition. Say, for example, students are starting in September. We ask for 50% when they apply, when they register in September, and the following 50% in January. So we're just asking for a few markets that they pay a few weeks earlier than required. But again, it massively helps the registration process. With the double masters, we would have to look, and as I say, we do look at every application individually, because we know not everyone follows the same system or their way of doing their high school and bachelor's and masters is very different. But if you have done a master's in your home country, then is that opportunity to come and do a master's in the UK. We would just look at what you have previously studied, and we would ask for an SOP, so a statement of purpose. Again, why you want to study this degree, why you want to study the master's in the University of Greenwich, that particular subject, because we want to know your interests and why you want to study. So again, those are opportunities that you can, as I say, go to InGlobal. They would go through the application through with you. They will tell you what options are available to you, and then they will submit the application on your behalf to us. No need to do it yourself. Let them do all the work for you. This is key. So make sure you do that. If you need support with your SOP, they will also be able to help you. But as I said, SOP, so statement of purpose, for those that don't know what SOP is, it's a way of you selling yourself, basically, why we should choose you to come and study. So why have you chosen the University of Greenwich? Why have you chosen the program? What interests you? What you want to do eventually? What interests you? And what you've been working on. So it will vary per undergraduate and postgraduate. With postgraduate, you'll have a lot more to talk about. Whereas UG is kind of where you want to, your interests at high school and where you want to go in the future, be in the future. But again, it's something where it's the selling point of you. I know sometimes that's quite hard to reflect on you as an individual, but it is something to be proud of and talk about yourself, and what interests and why you want to do this, either master's or bachelor's, and what interests you to be able to go and do that. So there's lots of opportunities. So that is something that we do look at and read during your application. So again, on your application, what you will need to bring to EU and Global when you apply is your passport, your academic transcripts and certificate, your personal statement, your English if you have that. But again, don't wait until you've finally finished your academic transcripts or your English, because what we can do is make you a conditional offer upon passing those. And if for postgraduate students, we definitely need a CV just to go through everything with you. So again, when you are applying, don't wait until you've got your English and wait until you've got your final results. So if you're currently studying your high school or you're currently studying your final year of degree, don't wait till you get your final results. Apply now to go and apply and make your application. And if we are able to make you an offer, it will be conditional upon passing your high school or your bachelor's degree or your IELTS, for example. So don't wait. We want to make sure that you get that application with plenty of time and give you that peace of mind that you have an offer, and then we just need to wait for your final results. When you have your IELTS or your academic transcript, you would then just send that to InGlobal and they will submit it on your behalf. and then hopefully we'll move your offer from conditional to unconditional. Unconditional is the academic side of things, and then once you've got your unconditional and you've paid your deposit to secure your place, you can then start the CAS process. So again, lots of information to take on board, and that is why you go to InGlobal. They will help you and help you throughout the process. So from application to offer, to accepting your offer, to then passing, paying the deposit, to then start the CAS process, and then the visa stage, and then registering. With the leniency over requirements of 6 points, there are opportunities. Again, we do have pre-sessional English courses in the UK. So for those students that don't quite meet the entry requirements, there are opportunities. Individual cases, we do look at what courses again, so there is that flexibility. So again, it is on an individual. So we can't just say something for everything. So we do look at individual cases and what courses are going on, their background, what university. But there is that flexibility that we do try and help out with our students. So again, contact InGlobal and we can look into your case individually to help you as much as possible. If students complete 4 years of their 5-year bachelor's. Yep. So again, if you've done your degree and you want to then come study, the study gap, as I said, from undergrad to postgrad is 5 years with a few flexibilities on the month. Then I would definitely recommend that you apply for the September intake, and we can make you an offer as soon as possible. Again, individual applications, we do look at them where the entry requirements, academic compliance, look at every individual application and go into. But again, for more information, go to InGlobal, but also go onto our website and they will go through all the courses and everything with you. So again, as I said, my name is Helen McCormack and I'm the International Recruitment Manager for the university. And I look forward to hopefully seeing lots of applications and offers, making offers to you, and some hopefully seeing you in the University of Greenwich, whether that's April, September or January. So thank you. Again, go to InGlobal and find out lots more information about the University of Greenwich. Oh, yes, the university does provide accommodation for students. You have to apply for this. It's not guaranteed. And there's accommodation on all 3 of our campuses. It is Avery Hill, Greenwich and Medway. As I said, Greenwich is within 10 minutes walking distance. Avery Hill and Medway, the accommodation is on the campus. Prices and everything vary, but mostly it's an ensuite and you share the kitchen with 6 others. Prices do vary. So Greenwich is going to be slightly more higher because of the London location. Avery Hill slightly cheaper because it's still within London, but slightly out. And then Medway is slightly cheaper. It's our cheapest accommodation because of it being in Kent and a bit further out from London. So again, go on the website, have a look at the breakdown, but it's not guaranteed. So you do need to make sure that you get those offer applications in, so you can pay the deposit, accept the offer, and then start applying for accommodation.